Here's why Melton, 45 kilometres out of Melbourne CBD on the west side, is slowly becoming the powerhouse of the west. First and foremost, massive infrastructure investment, particularly with $900 million worth going in west, plus Cobblebank merging out as a major activity centre within Melton. So Melton population has a strong forecasted growth in almost double digits over the next 20 years, which means more people, more demand for housing, and ultimately more pressure on housing supply. Third, undervalued entry point. So we're still getting houses in that 600 price range compared to the upper price range of the 700 and 750s of what we're seeing within the inner ring of Melbourne. And that gap is your opportunity to come in to capitalize within the early growth stages of Melton. And finally, the most important, economic diversity. And the signals of economic diversity are already present in the city centre of Melton. New schools, train station upgrades, hospital builds, community centre build, and obviously a shift in the local demographic. Melton is no longer the hidden dark alley spots where no one used to cross the Westgate Bridge. It's now slowly emerging out of the ashes. So get in, let's capitalise, let's ride the market momentum and ultimately reap the rewards. In one of the few places in Victoria where growth and affordability is still aligning, Melton is stacking up quite nicely. Thanks to our data and research platform Hashtag, we track what is called the Affordability Index, or years to own. It basically tells us how many years it takes to own on a medium local household income on a particular suburb it takes to own your house outright. In Melton, it's sitting from around 20 years at the most affordable range to about 39 years to own at the more extreme end. And what is particularly exciting about this, it is well below many inner and middle ring pockets of Melbourne, which in comparison is pushing over 40 years to own in most pockets of Melbourne. So we're definitely seeing the affordability to the local income residence threshold, sitting on average at about that 30 years to own within the city of Melton. For example, the LGA of Melton is sitting at 39 years to own, and that's on the upper extreme end for Melton. And in comparison, Melton West sitting at 29 years to own, similarly to Coranjang, which sits at about that 29 years to own. So for first-time buyers, first-time owners, and value-conscious buyers, that is huge. Actually translates to allowing you to enter the property market with a lower financial stress and burden on your income, while still targeting the areas which has a clear upside when paired with the other data points. Especially with the bucket loads of infrastructure coming to life over the next couple of years, the $900 million Melton Hospital, the Cobblebank Activity Centre, the community centres popping through within every pocket, fostering that local community need and demand. And when really paired down with the right fundamentals of the demand and supply imbalance, fueling capital growth, one, a reducing housing stock coming to the market, low to minimal building approvals in certain pockets of Melton, and three, a declining and sharp decrease in vacancy rate. So what that means is you're positioning yourself within the right fundamentals for long-term capital growth. So in comparison, most suburbs within Melbourne with high infrastructure pipeline have already piped out of that 550 to 600 price point. Take Frankston, for example, where you've got your $1 billion hospital happening. The median price as of mid-2025 is ultimately sitting at that 700 to 750 price point. So Melton is quite different. We've got population growth, economic diversification, and new amenities catching up quite fast. So if you're looking to purchase in an area where the numbers are actually making a lot more sense and the fundamentals are solidly aligning up, and I personally think that Melton's affordability isn't just quite attractive, it's a strategic move to overlay an asset within the city of Melton within your property portfolio. So what I really do and what I really enjoy doing within the business is allowing clients to go beyond the desktop research and find suburbs or pockets within suburbs that offer a lot more than just on paper or the internet. And Melton at the moment is offering real good entry position for long-term insight growth. What's important is understanding the method behind the madness, understanding the data overlays, understanding how they all pair together. What is equally more so important is getting hands dirty and understanding at a local appeal, walking through the streets, understanding how that hospital is sitting within the city of Melton. So let's now hop into the car and let's go check out what's happening within the Melton Hospital Precinct. Come on along, let's go. So this is one of the key infrastructure projects that you really don't want to overlook. What's happening? The Victorian government has committed 900 million to build a new hospital right behind to where we're standing in Cobblebank. So what we're looking at, we're talking 24/7 emergency care, mental health services, maternity, and 274 inpatient beds. So to effectively service one of the largest and fastest growing corridor in the western part of Melbourne/Victoria. It's a massive economic engine. So what it does, it creates over 2,000 jobs whilst this project undergoing construction and really attracting the long-term employment once a hospital is in service. And here's a kicker, and it's literally walking distance from Cobblebank station right behind us. And personally, I think this is going to really fast track the area to become a major activity centre, major city centre out in the west. So I remember inspecting homes back in Melton West for about 350 to 400k, and everyone really said it was too far out. Even for me, it was too far out. There was nothing happening here. There was too much land supply. And fast forward to today, there's now a hospital happening, retail, a school just opposite the hospital, and the state government is really investing hard into the city centre of Melton. And this is how capital growth starts. So I really want you to take away a point. Do not wait till it's really obvious in your face. To really get in while it's underpriced, while it's still under the radar and underloved. So if you're sitting on the sideline or really unsure whether Melton is still worth looking into, this hospital will do you favours. It is on your side. At Insighto, I love tracking these things quite early. I have a passion about hospitals. I've built my portfolio off regional hubs of major hospitals, not just for hype, and really to help our clients to manufacture equity before the crowd comes in. So for me, it's really understanding how infrastructure projects of this scale and size can boost your property strategy. So beyond the numbers, Melton is a place where people like living in. We've got family-friendly park, we've got the Botanic garden where we're standing right here, right now, vibrant local market, and the local annual community festival, which really brings Melton together. Melton isn't just another outer suburb, so it's one of Victoria's most economically diverse and fast-evolving region. So if we're still seeing it as just affordable, I think we're missing the bigger picture. So Melton's economy has grown over $8.5 billion in value, with more than 17,000 businesses and 53,000 jobs across retail, construction, logistics, and manufacturing. So to me, this isn't just growth, it's economic diversity, it's momentum, and it's attracting people. So for long-term investment and resilience. So what makes Melton so compelling is its multi-sector strength. Construction is huge here, and we can also see major growth in the transport hub, in the manufacturing hub. So we've also got healthcare and local services and local community hubs that each pockets of Melton are slowly starting to have. So that kind of diversity builds the socio-economic fabric of Melton it attracts owner-occupiers, and it really solidifies and gives the investors the confidence. And also, given its diversity in economy, from retail to construction to manufacturing to hospital, soon to healthcare to education too, Melton isn't reliant on just one industry. So if you think of it, you're spreading the risk while growing the demand. It's diversified across an array of sectors. So Melton has quietly become one of the top suburbs for new business creation, nearly doubled its businesses over the past 5 years. So effectively led by startups, tradies and services. So what this solidifies and what this tells us is that the local economy is solid, vibrant and self-sustainable. So over a third of Melton's population was born overseas. And if you were to take a guess of how many languages were spoken, I'm pretty sure you would not get that right, because there's over 90 different languages spoken at home. This cultural mix adds to the richness of the workforce and expands the talent pool and really the entrepreneurial drive within the region of Melton. So when you're investing in Melton, you're just not betting on affordability. So we're buying into a diverse, future-ready economy. At Insighto, I, together with my team, look beyond the surface to help you invest, where growth in your property portfolio, in your asset base, is designed in, is validated, is tested on the ground, and not just simply hoped for. Hello, so bushland, open land, that's what everyone says. We're now standing in one of the biggest wetlands in west side or in the pockets of Melton. But I want to personally talk about something that is no longer hiding and is slowly becoming known to the world out there, to the investment world, to homeowner occupiers, to people wanting to upsize. The wind chill is real, and this is where Insighto makes a difference. 2 layers of puffer, a jacket, and wind is still cutting through across. Why we do that? We simply do that to understand on the ground beyond what the desktop research or data set can't actually tell you. We've helped and we're still helping investors secure good, solid bone properties out here in certain pockets of Melton, certain streets of Melton, and that are showing really good signs of potential. We're still seeing some good quality stock, but I personally feel still quite undervalued at the moment in comparison to the other suburbs or pockets of what's happening within Melton. With vacancy rate decreasing and on a sharp decline, the rental demand is actually fueling through, and it's quite active to see a bit more momentum picking up on that base. Unfortunately, Melton is such a large LGA, right? And you can't get the real feel for the city of Melton behind your laptop, behind a desk, behind your workstation. And unfortunately, we all know that the best opportunities are not in a listing description. They're out here on the ground, in the courts, in the cul-de-sac, understanding the better pockets and not so great pockets and what the amenities have to offer. So by being out here, by walking the streets, walking the parks of Kurrajong, Melton West, Melton South, even Cobblebank, the wetlands, what we're seeing is beyond the data set. We're seeing that slow community building up with strong amenities coming through, and this is what is solidifying the presence of why we're actively out here, or investors are slowly starting to flock through the market. Most people, like me, would go to the library to borrow books, to read books, to cheapskate and borrow a book that we don't want to be paying for. But in Melton, the library and the learning hub is, to me, a bit more than books. It's a symbol of growth, it's a symbol of connection, it's a symbol of community and what the future of the West can really look like. Modern, vibrant and high-tech. So this place is more than a library. It's a multi-use space offering free community support, community education, digital innovation labs, co-working desks, meeting rooms, even language and coding classes. It's literally designed and built to uplift the community. It's supporting lifelong learning at every stage. The vibe here is welcoming, light-filled, and purposely built for families, students, remote workers and entrepreneurs. So whether you're attending a kids story time or running a workshop, and this is really where the facility that is fueling Melton's growth and knowledge base. So from a buyer's or an investor's point of view, amenities like this aren't just nice to have, they're value drivers. A thriving learning community hub really signals a suburb that is investing in its people. And let's face it, that will ultimately trickle down into property performance. So when we're talking about signs of economic development in Melton, we're not just looking at roads and hospitals, we're watching how culture, education and opportunity are being designed into the landscape. So at Insighto, we really map out these drivers a lot early into the stage, because that's where the smart property moves are made. Because smart property moves are made when you know what's coming. I'm here with Dean, a very local in Weir Views. You've called it home for about a year now. You're really enjoying the vibrant community of what Melton has to offer. So what brings you down to Melton?
My family.
Yeah.
We have a house here.
Yep.
We wanted something a little bit kind of more relaxed and be able to kind of have the kid growing like properly. It changed. It's not far away from the city at the same time. We have the train station. Everything is kind of like secreted at the same time, but we have everything around. It feels good. You have a freedom that you don't have in the city.
And how long have you been in Melton, in Weirview for?
Over a year.
It's
pretty good. It's like it's multicultural. You have so many different people. You have everything around. The only things I don't agree with is the traffic.
Oh yeah, the traffic is bad. The traffic is,
but this is everywhere. Like the moment you take the Western Bridge, you're in traffic. This you cannot cut it.
How long do you normally take to get from point A to point B?
All depends. You need to be really strategic about that. Like if you go early in the morning, I think we are around driving 35 minutes to 40 minutes of city. Train is easy. You can catch it from they are building a new station at the same time they are fixing it. It's pretty good. For what I want to do, it takes me around 15 to 20 minutes. Pretty much.
What changes have you seen in Melton over the year that you've been here?
A lot of construction. They try to improve and growing things. I think they want to really build a proper community around it. They try to make it like more kind of like a family oriented and having people coming from any background. It's good because it's a massive development construction wise. I think they're building a new school not far away from where I am. They're having a new hospital coming through in the next few years. I think it's going to be the next destination to go in the next few years.
Nice, nice. What do you not like about Melton? I'm hearing all positives here.
The only negative things I would say is like distance-wise, because with the traffic in the morning, it can be really long. I think it's really depend of what mental state you are and what age of your life and what you want from it. If you want a family, a community, people around you, stay away, like come to Melbourne, stay away from the city. If you're more like a young person, party, all these kind of vibes, stay in the city. If you want housing, if you want space, if you want to have your pet, have your dogs, grow something that is going to be meaningful in the future, it's better to be in Melton. And I think when they're going to finish with the hospital and all the facility they're creating behind, around it, it's going to be so much better.
Thank you for joining us to really unpack what Melton's about. And next time we'll go and sit in your favorite cafe and...
Sounds good, and you can have a good coffee and you can try that chicken bao bun and avocado focaccia.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
So Melton isn't just affordable, it's strategic. With smart infrastructure investment, growing demand, and a livable lifestyle, it's ticking all the right boxes. So if you want local insight with national strategy, talk to us at Insighto Buyers Agency. We'll help you invest with clarity and confidence.